going on, guys? Tonight I got a really interesting one for you. I believe this one was called the Tropical Tiger. Now, it's a little bit late, so I'm probably not going to get an answer back for it, but I asked him kind of last second, and then decided to do the video anyways. So I'm pretty sure this one was called the Tropical Tiger. It's from Dean over at Conjured Vaporz Peppers. So when I get an answer back, if I'm incorrect and it's not Tropical Tiger, it'll be the correct name as the title of the video. But I'm going to cut it open and we're going to take a peek. I promise I will be getting back into the super hots, but I have really been enjoying these mild peppers while they're around because super hots are abundant. Whereas I feel like there needs to be more really good mild peppers on the market. So it's hard to really see the whole interior. The closer I get, the more it cuts out some, but that is that. Absolutely beautiful. Smells super fruity. I'm going to steal some seeds because this one is a potential must grow. It's very seedy too. Plenty of seeds, but it smells like it's going to be delicious. It smells very similar to the either the Peppa Peach stripey that I had, or maybe Zabrange. Smells very similar to those peppers. Get some of these seeds out. And we will enjoy the flavor of this one. I love baccatum varieties. Not 100% certain that's what this is, but it smells like one. I assume, and if it's not directly a baccatum, it may also be a cross. I know absolutely nothing about this pepper. I just remember it being broken out when I was at the Gettysburg pepper eating competition. I did not have one during the competition, but afterwards they were passing out peppers, and this was one of them. And I snagged one, and I ate it right there on the spot. And it was so good. And I'm pretty sure that's what this was. Yep, this definitely tastes like baccatum. Initial bite, super sweet. Again, just one of those peppers that are just sugary sweet right off the bat. Along with some citrus notes. A really strong sweetness and a really strong citrus background to it. It's definitely more dominant on the sweet sugary side. But then the sweetness started fading. And in came almost like a salty flavor. It was fruity and salty, which sounds like a really weird combination for a pepper. And I've gotten it once before, of course. It's been one that I've eaten off camera. I remember getting it before. I think it was actually one of the ones I grew last year. But it was sugary sweet with a good citrusy note to it. And then it went salty and fruity. Very, very interesting. And it's still kind of contained that sweet citrusy flavor, but very, very faint. Well, I'm not sure how much I missed there. Microphone has been a plague this season. I'm not sure how much I missed there on the audio, but I'm just going to speak up a little bit louder because audio drops off without that microphone. But a sugary sweet right up front with a really strong citrus background. And then the sweetness started fading, followed by the citrus slowly. And then it went salty and fruity. Now, it doesn't sound like it would be good, but it actually really is. I'm sorry if I'm just repeating myself. I didn't catch when the microphone cut out. I've had one before, I want to say last year when I was growing, that had a saltiness to it. It was very odd. This one was combined though. It was combined with a fruitiness. And although it doesn't sound good the way it would phase through sweet and citrusy to fruity and salty, it actually was very good. Excuse me, pepper burp. And although the other flavors faded out, I could still kind of taste a little bit of sweetness and citrusy. They were just completely drowned out by the fruitiness that came in with a little bit of saltiness. That's my best description of it. I don't know how else to really put that. But yeah, it tasted sweet, citrusy, fruity, salty. That's the order of how the flavors came in. Very odd, but very intriguing and very tasty. Not sure if it caught it earlier, but that was from Dean over at Conjured Vaporz Peppers. Thank you, Dean. Got that new Hellfire Farm shirt. Absolutely fantastic. Just some of the best quality clothing I've gotten, so definitely rep that. The burn was very mild. It's all right on the tongue and kind of spread a little bit to the roof of my mouth because of my tongue probably touching the roof of my mouth. I'd say it was a strong 1, so a little bit warmer than I expected because it did move my needle a little bit. Just the way it phased through those flavors, it's very intriguing. Just a great tasting pepper. Definitely had a very strong baccatum taste to it. Capsicum, baccatum. So you have a little bit of fruitiness left in the mouth. other than that, the rest of the flavors did leave. No citrus. Definitely no sweet. Sweet is almost always the first one to come and go. That usually tends to come in with the first bite and usually fades. Some peppers you'll get it all the way through eating the pepper. That's why I always bring up the Peppa Peach Stripey, because that one was just sugary sweet all the way through. Of course, it's a very ball-like pumpkin-shaped pepper, so it's only like 2 bites. But yeah, this one, the first half of the pepper, I think is what gave me the first couple notes that I got, the sugary sweet and the citrus. And then the back end of the pepper is what actually produced that fruity, salty flavor. I don't know if that had to do with the pith, with the placenta. Maybe that's what created that salty flavor. I'm not 100%. Yeah, no flavors left. There's barely any burn to speak of to begin with. Got a little bit of warmth. But yeah, again, pretty sure that was the tropical tiger. Again, if I'm incorrect, that will be in the video, what the actual name of this pepper will be. Alright guys, burn daily.